St. Vincent, my homeland. You
my
made me
opinion,
no man.
the first product within the Caribbean.
No.
Our tagline is the Caribbean you're looking for, and it's not a tagline that rolls off your tongue easily like just do it for Nike or one of the other ones. But the reason we have the tagline is because when you say the word Caribbean, when you mention it, it brings up a certain image in your head. The Caribbean is known for its beautiful beaches, white sand beaches, and let me say St. Vincent and the Grenadines have black and white sand beaches, and something that many of you might not know. The water in a black sand beach is clearer than that of a white sand beach.
Why?
Because especially in the shallow areas, the sun, when it reflects off the black sand, makes it a lot clearer.
So if I go there, will I become young?
You will.
All right, media.
Sign me up.
One of the things that I get asked frequently is, what new destinations does Air Canada and Air Canada Vacations has to offer clients? And we are absolutely excited to be adding St. Vincent and the Grenadines once again to our product lineup for 2018 and 19.
These are the hotels on St. Vincent offered by Air Canada Vacations. And Young Island is the next closest island to St. Vincent, a swim away.
Very excited to be working with Shelley and the team and really just promoting the destination. Again, like they mentioned, it's that throwback to the authentic Caribbean.
Me sweet little island, St. Vincent. I love you, St. Vincent. Home of the blessed St. Vincent. St. Vincent. St. Vincent.
Find it the 25th of October, 1 week, and by the 16th of December, it will be twice per week. And they can.
St. Vincent is a volcanic island, and we do have black sand on both coasts, the Atlantic and the Caribbean Sea.
And I've seen a lot of hotels and a lot of islands and what they have to offer. This is special. This is the true, authentic Caribbean that your discerning clients are looking for. Which is fine.
Big events, she needs that time afterwards. Just
We will take them anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids love it because they feel very safe. We love to run around the island, and they like the little geckos, and yeah, they absolutely love it. Yeah, and the staff are great with kids. Yeah.
I'm talking to one of the premier hoteliers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
1.6 acre island.
like a heart.
You're the second person. Someone said that to me last night. It's shaped like a heart.
There's a few ships that go in. Yes.
So you fly into the Akley International Airport. We send taxi drivers to meet our guests at the airport. It's a 20-minute taxi ride to our jetty on the mainland, and our ferry operates on a 24-hour basis on demand for our guests. It's complimentary.
Tonight for the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I learned a lot about this destination, and I encourage everybody who wants to visit these islands. I'm pretty sure you will love it and you will enjoy it.
I learned a lot about St. Vincent. I knew about it before, but I didn't know how great it was. Their motto kind of speaks for itself. It's the Caribbean that you're supposed to see.
I've been selling St. Vincent and the Grenadines for many years. I've never had an issue with it. I find that the tourism industry there is very well versed in knowing what the needs of people are.
So with the tagline, the Caribbean that you're looking for, I actually do believe that that's what they have to offer. When you have an image in your mind of that postcard, that Caribbean quiet beach, that is what St. Vincent and the Grenadines is, and I really look forward to sending clients there to discover what that is.
5 cities in 5 days, something like that.
Where are we heading today?
To Montreal, last roadshow in Canada, and then on Saturday we head down to New York to start those roadshows. We do New York, Philadelphia, Connecticut, and Boston. And it's a way to get the tour operators and travel agents to sell St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So it's been a lot of driving and a lot more driving. And I hate being out of St. Vincent at this time, especially with the storm and all the flood waters and my family being there and I'm not there. So it's bittersweet. I think we're doing a good job, but you miss home also. Yeah, bragging rights for travel is when you're traveling for leisure. This is for business, so it isn't any bragging rights. I mean, I could give you an example. I've been to Spain twice on business. The only thing I can tell you about Spain is what it looks like from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the airport.
After we finished packing the van, ended up getting back in like after 10. So
I'm checking out of the Ottawa Marriott for the next leg of our roadshow. So far, it's been a brilliant experience interacting with the travel agents and tour operators and our other invited guests and sharing our destination with them.
Well, tonight is the last night, Montreal, looking forward to that, and it's been a fantastic week. I think it has been a resounding success, the roadshows here in Canada. No, well, the CEO has a press conference this afternoon at 4:30 with about 16 journalists, and then we have our function at the Intercontinental in Montreal, so looking forward to meeting the French journalists and trying to encourage them to send their clients to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
This is the zip code for the hotel we're going to, because when you put it in GPS, it doesn't show up.
I have a good team, so that makes it easier. But no workplace is perfect. My workplace is no different. It has its issues, and you try and deal with it as best as possible. Of course, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Tourism is an industry that continues to change. It is not static. And so you have to keep up to date with what's going on in the industry. And you're up against every other country in the world. So that makes it even harder moving forward. And obviously we don't have the resources that some of the other countries have. But I do think we're creative because of that. We're more creative than some of the other countries. And I know Vincentians love to see St. Vincent and the Grenadines out there. But it's not as simple, and they feel proud when they see St. Vincent and the Grenadines out there. And that's great, but it's not as simple as marketing to Vincentians. I don't market to Vincentians. I market to the sailors, the divers, those in romance, those who want adventure. And if other people happen to see it, all well and good. But St. Vincent and the Grenadines is still relatively new in the tourism industry. So, for example, a lot of generic advertising has to take place though. And when I say generic, it's not so much just putting it on CNN and these sort of things. It's about awareness of the destination, because still a lot of people have never heard of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So you have to get the name out there so that people actually know that it exists. We're happy about that, and they've worked very well with us.
Just for like, voilà!
Alors, je voulais juste vous présenter sur Glen Beach.
And we're happy to announce that we now do have direct flights out of Toronto into St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Air Canada Rouge will start their second set of service to St. Vincent and the Grenadines on October 25th. They will fly once a week from October 25th to December 16th. They will fly every Thursday. We have the Caribbean that everyone is looking for. This is our first road show in Canada, and therefore our first road show in Montreal. So we're very happy to be here. In order for us to construct this airport, we brought down 4 mountains, filled in 4 valleys, we spanned 2 rivers, moved a church and a cemetery, moved 140 homes just to construct this airport. It took us 8 years to finish it. So it was something that we knew we had to do in order to solve the problem of access to the destination. And we're happy we did it. And without being too biased towards Canada, Air Canada Rouge was the first international airline to have direct scheduled flights into St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're developed, but we're not overdeveloped. We still have that Caribbean feel, and hence the tagline, the Caribbean we're looking for. Because when you think of the Caribbean and that image that you have of the Caribbean is exactly what St. Vincent and the Grenadines is about. Tallest building is 5 stories high, and the planning laws won't allow it to get any higher.
All right, I'm David Cote, General Manager for Air Canada Vacation for Quebec, and we are very pleased to be here tonight to promote Air Canada Vacation and our flight we have from Toronto. Definitely you can do Montreal with our connector from Montreal, Toronto to Toronto, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're gonna have like 2 flights this winter, and starting in October and in December after, Thursday and Sunday. Definitely we're looking forward to bring business to St. Vincent in the Grenadines with our lift and with the 7 hotels that we have down there. So you can definitely do a package vacation with our Canada Vacation, the flight and hotel to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So looking forward to maybe come very soon, and on behalf of our Air Canada Vacation, hello.
I can tell you about the best kept secret in the Caribbean. I've never been to St. Vincent and the Grenadines until last year. And when I stepped foot on Beckwith, I gotta tell you, it was the place to be. And it is where my heart is. I work for a hotel that hired me to do the public relations and marketing in Canada. And it is the most spectacular island that I've ever seen. I've been to all over the Caribbean, but I'd never been here before. I'd never even heard of Beckwith. But Beckwith is special. It's unique, it's authentic. The food, the people, kind, warm. They picked me up from the airport, they did a small sightseeing tour, they showed me around. It was lovely. Place that I will always go, and it remains very much in my heart.
I represent Vox International here in the province of Quebec, en français. So today we had a great event. We had a press conference where we were able to meet 12 different media, four of which were trade media from the industry, and the rest of the people were consumer media, bloggers, of various interests. So I think our event was quite successful. It's rare that on a Friday afternoon you can get so many people, but the fact that St. Vincent and the Grenadines are not so well known here in Quebec, and there was a lot of interest from the media because of that. It's the fact that it's sort of a new destination, so it really stirred quite some interest here in the province of Quebec.
You know, tonight I went to the presentation of this fabulous place. It was very interesting, and so you want to go there. So I went today, 2 days at the beach, at the Young Island. That was my heart destination desire tonight, and I want two nights there. So go. Maybe we're gonna see each other there, but I hope you will go.
As the chairperson of the Tourism Authority and as the general manager of Young Island Resort, very, very pleased with the organization. I have to thank our CEO for putting on these road shows. He's done a fabulous job, and I'll let him say a few words about it.
You know, I'm ecstatic, honestly speaking. I think the team on a whole has done a tremendous job. The one in England and now the one in Canada. Of course, we had some hiccups. These are our first roadshows, but nothing major. I think everybody really pulled together. I want to thank my board of directors for their support in helping us move this along. And when you do things like this, it gets you even more excited about St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the prospects that we have to move forward and develop the destination as one of the true major players within tourism within the region and the world. I think the product speaks for itself, but I think it helps when you have a team that's passionate about what they do and they speak passionately about the destination. And the interest from the tour operators and the travel agents throughout this week, it has been excellent. I think people are looking for that new destination. They're looking for that Caribbean feel again. I think many have gone to the Caribbean, and more power to a lot of the Caribbean countries. They've developed as St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues to develop. But I think the difference is truly that St. Vincent and the Grenadines still has that true Caribbean feel. And I think we're going to see a lot of business out of this, and this is the first part of it in terms of educating the tour operators, educating the travel agents. But then there's the other part of getting them into St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and when they get there, to make sure they have a truly great experience. And that's going to be very important to all of this. So, you know, we as the Tourism Authority, we continue to push St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a destination. But then we as Vincentians have to make sure that we live up to the hype, that our customer service is on point, that we treat people with respect and appreciate different cultures when they visit St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and make sure we treat everybody with respect. So I'm ecstatic. I'm very happy with the results so far. Once again, I think my team has been great, from everybody from the board of directors to the team in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the team that's overseas in Canada here, Shelley, John and Andrew. They've done a tremendous job. So we're very happy about it, and we'll continue to push it, and we look forward to next year. Not sure if Montreal will be part of it, if the same 5 cities will be on the roadshow, but we'll go through all that we've done so far, and we'll examine it carefully and see what worked and see what didn't work, and see if it makes sense to come back to these cities next year, or do we skip a year and then come back, because you don't want to wait too long, but also you don't want to overdo it, because as I see with some of the other destinations, it can become quite boring quite fast. So it's a matter of living up to the hype and making sure that the product is, I don't want to say slang like on point, but ready. Make sure that the product is ready to go, and that what we've spoken about here tonight, the diversity of the product and all the things that are good, that we make sure that that's well done. Also, as part of the team, also I have to say that Vox, our public relations company here that represents us in public relations here in Canada, did a tremendous job. We had a press conference today on a Friday afternoon, which is hard in any city to get journalists to come out. We had 16 journalists come out, and I mean, the questions just kept on coming, which shows that they were listening, which shows that they were enthusiastic about the destination. So we'll continue to push it, continue to make sure that the name St. Vincent and the Grenadines is out there, and give it the best that we can.